All right, so let's move on to something else besides sports. Let's talk about some TV.
oh,
Good stuff.
you dirty. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
You. Oh man,
Dang, this is tough.
PSP,
Jesus.
you going down for this? You
I
going
go
down
down
for
for
this?
everything. It's nothing new to me.
Oh man.
God damn.
I'm gonna have to go with Martin, but not that. It's just that I never thought, bro. Like, even though the show was real, both shows had real moments and real, but like Martin basically was a show. Like, in the show, like with Martin and Gina, I never seen a man more in love with a woman than I seen in that show. Like, and that displayed that in the '90s, and in the '90s, you could argue that. Listen, outside of Eddie Murphy, who was the best comedian, and who was the funniest guy on TV
Marty
outside of Martin in
Marr.
the '90s?
Marty Moore.
Exactly. And a backstory about Shanae was that was just Martin making fun of his blood sister. That was a backstory about the Shanae character. Yeah. So but obviously Will Smith is the bigger actor. The like obviously still to this day it had more longevity, but in that '90s, I don't think there was a funnier show on television than Martin during that early '90s and mid '90s period, man. Like we talking, Martin literally ran the '90s outside of Eddie Murphy, man. Like I like in terms of comedians and the market for comedians to basically have what they had during that time. And obviously going to the Dave Chappelle's and where it went to, bro. Martin ran the gauntlet 10 times over, bro. Like it was basically Usain Bolt. That's basically what it was, bro. Martin Lawrence. Shout out to Martin, man. Shout out,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah, man. And yeah, everybody know how I feel about Will Smith, man. Like we ain't gonna bring that up. So
Champ, how do you feel? Which one you taking?
Oh, Martin, man. I watched that, man, and I have a reason for that. My whole family used to meet when that show came on. Not just my mom and my dad, my uncle, my grandma. We all used to go to my grandma's house to watch that at night.
Wow.
So that's how big that show was. And our family lived all spread out all sort of town. But when it was time for Martin to come on, everybody came over grandma's house to watch Martin. So I got to go with Martin, man.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm going Martin too. I'm going Martin too.
Harrison?
Damn, I'm gonna be the only one. I'm picking the Prince of Bel Air.
Which is not ridiculous though. That's not
I mean,
ridiculous though.
I still I watch a little bit of the French Prince of Bel Air. I never watched Martin. Always love the theme song of the French Prince of Bel
Yeah,
Air.
facts, facts,
It's
facts.
so good.
I'm gonna pick Martin because of all the reasons
I'm
that
mad
we've
at
said. But if there's one episode from the Fresh Prince I love the most, Papa's Got a Brand New Excuse. That was the episode when Will finally met his father after abandoning him and his mom. And then late in the scene, Will and James Avery, that was a wonderful scene. And Will talked about that scene. He always wanted to get James Avery's approval. And then when you saw this, and then after the scene, Will, according to Will, James Avery, he's hugging him. He whispers in Will's ear and he says, "Now that's fucking acting. That's fucking acting." And that's like one of my favorite scenes from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That was a huge one.
that
But
that was that was a great scene, but
Yeah.
you know, Will Smith is still a salamander. So
oh man, let that go.
I'm not.
Man,
It was because
y'all know that James Avery, he played the Shredder on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too,
He
right?
sure did. Yeah,
yeah,
he did. Yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
damn.
yeah. And
I don't know
Will
how, but I almost forgot that, but I
Great.
do remember that he did.
and Will talked about how great James Avery was as an actor before Will was like messing up on the scene, and then James Avery yelled at him, was like, "Hey, use me, get it together." And then yeah, I mean James Avery was great. I mean Uncle Phil, He's
R.I.P.
like the
Uncle
type.
Phil, man.
Yeah, rest in peace. He was like the type of father a lot of people would love to have. A lot of people would love to
Definitely.
have.
Like that was
Definitely.
a stand-up guy, man.
Absolutely.